to extend a tremendous thank you to everyone who supported and pushed each one of us to our full potential. Whether it was the teacher offering last-minute grade-saving extra credit, or the mom bringing a cup of tea at 2 a.m. during AP exam studies, all of your efforts are truly appreciated. Fellow classmates, today is a very important day. We gather here, surrounded by people who have taught and inspired us, to celebrate the end of one chapter in our lives and prepare to take on the next. We have spent more than a decade evolving and learning to get us to this point, where we are ready to venture out on our own and continue to grow into the people we are meant to become. I have been thinking about all the life lessons that have been taught and some that are yet to be learned. No matter our beginnings, no matter our path taken, and that which is yet to come, we all really want the same thing. We want to live a good life. But my good life may not look like your good life, and that is as it should be. So how do you get to this good life? How do you know when you have arrived? Well, the foundation has been laid out for you to build upon and use to achieve your good life. Moreover, guidelines have been instilled to set you on the right path. During your personal journey, remember these powerful guidelines and life lessons, and you will have achieved a life well lived. What wisdom can you find that is greater than kindness? John Rousseau's quote illustrates one of life's most impactful lessons: be kind. Kindness is an act of expressing genuine care for another person. Whether someone else is watching or the act goes unnoticed, kindness benefits all involved. The name Josh Stevens comes to mind when I think of kindness. At only 12 years old, Josh was tragically killed in a freak accident. Shortly after his death, friends, teachers, coaches, and neighbors shared countless stories of Josh's kind acts that they had witnessed. After hearing of their son's extensive impact, the Stevens family established the Josh Stevens Foundation. The foundation was formed to spread Josh's unique trait and recognize others with a kindness card that lets them know their kindness can change the world. The goal was that when people were caught being kind, they would recognize the positive feeling and be kind more often. Although you won't always receive some sort of kindness card, being kind makes the world a better place. Take a second and look around at the people surrounding you. Friends, family, and teachers, all of them who form a support system to help us achieve our fullest potential. These friendships and relationships matter, and sometimes we forget that without these connections, we would be lost. Our friends and family have been there for us during times of sadness or stress. They have celebrated our victories and shared our joy and happiness. Cherish the love and memories you have made with your significant others, and remember to prioritize these relationships, because in the end, it is the people you've connected with that will matter the most. A life well lived is not one that is free of imperfections. It is a road riddled with bumps and divots. Luckily, these bumps and divots can be filled in, and the road becomes smooth and gentle. We will all experience days of greatness and days of failure, but don't fret, for I have good news. Every day is a fresh start. Like road filler that makes the road new and smooth, we are blessed each morning with the chance to start over, learn from our mistakes, and move on. You choose to take that chance and start fresh, or continue to go down the rougher path. As my middle school principal always said, make today a great day or not, the choice is yours. Waking up to who you are requires letting go of who you imagine yourself to be. In a much more pleasing syntax, Alan Watts' quote describes the most overused yet least understood piece of advice: be yourself. Our true self is who we really are when we let go of all the labels and judgments that we have placed upon ourselves. It is who we naturally are without the masks and pretentiousness. Do not be afraid to stand up for what you believe in, and love and be courageous, as it is not always easy to stay true to yourself. Happiness and peace will come when you let your pure nature shine. We all have a love-hate relationship with change. When life is stagnant for a while, we become bored, and when life presents too many U-turns, we look for relief and stability. A huge shift is on our horizons, and it is definitely a bit unsettling. But change is good. It makes us flexible and triggers personal growth and improvement, for you never know what opportunities lie ahead in each change. Sometimes change means a new beginning, such as when I moved here from the start of the school year. Coming from bustling Las Vegas, a stark contrast from serene Bowling Springs, I was in for a surprise. Yet I have had a unique and incredible experience this past year and learned that I can handle whatever obstacle is thrown my way. Life is change, and you can handle whatever may come about. Embrace it and look forward to diversity, as it is a spectacular adventure. An effective and influential lesson that can be seen daily is that every action has a consequence. Now, consequence usually connotes a negative meaning, but in its use here, consequence can be positive or negative. If you put effort and thought into a project, usually this will result in a good grade. And if you put little effort and thought into a project, you will most likely receive a poor grade. Similarly, life requires effort and thought. If you work hard and try your best in whatever you do, you will be rewarded. And if you lay back and expect others to carry you, you may be left without. Our actions have the power to affect the people around us, and when you choose what approach you take, you will have also chosen the consequence you will receive. Often we see people and unconsciously assess them based purely on their physical exterior, not necessarily on their surface appearance, but we judge a person's whole character on things such as clothing, hair color, friendship, education. The list is endless. Unfortunately, we then limit amazing opportunities and friendships that could have blossomed if we had looked deeper inside the person. If we can conquer this unintentional precept, our world would be a much happier place. Judging a book by its cover is not an easy thing to disregard, but you never know whose life you may change by simply saying hello or including him or her in a conversation. You never know what doors may be opened. One of my favorite quotes, written by E.E. Cummings, suggests that the most wasted of all days is one without laughter. On the same note, my personal philosophy is a very profound one. Laugh as often as possible. For every minute of laughter adds 5 minutes to your life, and not to mention gets you that much closer to the perfect 8-pack. Laughter relieves stress and has emotional and mental benefits. Find what makes you laugh and include it in your daily routine, for life is short and you should enjoy it. Our time in school has been filled with thousands of lessons taught and questions asked. Many more will come in the upcoming years of college, but do not let that be the end of your education. It is important to continue to learn and ask questions, for there's so much this world has to offer. Explore new ideas and be an active member of society, challenging current systems and gaining new information on subjects unfamiliar to you. Learning keeps your mind engaged and sharp, and if you learn new things, you'll find that you live life more deeply and more passionately. A good life is a meaningful life, and it is what you define it to be. If you neglect to define meaning, you won't experience it. Decide what makes life worth living for you, and then design your life around that. For the pursuit of happiness is about finding meaning. Live with compassion and know what is important to you. A good question to ask is, what is your purpose in life? What do you stand for, and what is your reason to live? Once you know the answer, strive forth in the world and find a way to make a difference, even if it is a small one. As Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Be kind, remember those who love and support you, and always stand up for yourself. Don't forget, change is good, actions have reactions, and the world isn't black and white. Laugh often and never stop learning. But most of all, class of 2015, find the meaning in your life, and you will have discovered the key to a life well lived. Thank you. Woo!